Okay. So for my presentation, I'll be talking about virtual reality and the recent advancements that have taken place in that field. Um, I'll be talking about three different articles that I found. One talks about virtual reality helping children with cerebral palsy. The second one is with stroke patients, helping with upper extremity function and daily living activities. And the third is balance assessment responsiveness, helping with that. And I didn't really understand much about that last one until I looked more into it, and I'll talk a little more about it during this video. But the first one, so it seems like a lot of the advancements are done focusing in the medical field, which I thought was very interesting. And so the first article I found talking about cerebral palsy, they took 15 children with cerebral palsy and they assigned them into two different groups, an intervention group and a control group. And during that time, they also attended their normal intervention group, but they also, the intervention, sorry, not inter- they attended their normal therapy, but the intervention group also attended an active video game twice a week for 45 minutes, and this was over an 8-week period. And at the end of it, so before and after, they measured the body sway, and which was using a force plate, and also assessed their gross motor function. And they found that in both areas there was a significant improvement in the intervention group using the virtual reality. And in the second study I found, it was using virtual reality video game exercise program to help with upper extremity function and daily living activities in stroke patients. And there were 24 patients split evenly into two groups, so 12 and 12 with the experiment group and the control group. And it took place over a 12-week period, and upper limb function and daily living activities were measured both at the beginning at the end and the end of the 12 weeks. And the results found that the experimental group showed significantly greater improvements in the daily living activities, but there wasn't much of a difference in the upper extremity function. But there still was improvements found through using virtual reality. And the last study was talking about virtual reality modifications to the standard balance error scoring system, which is the BESS, which I'll just use that going on because it's kind of long. So they just use smartphones, and so the BESS is something that they use right now. And so they integrated it into a virtual reality, I guess kind of like an app, but something that you can just use on your smartphone and put on the virtual reality headphones through that. And the assessment of postural, this is a quote that I found from the paper, from the article. It said, assessments of postural stability control is a key outcome for pathologies such as mild brain injury, sports-related concussions, ligament ruptures, stroke, and other disorders. And so the participants first practiced just the normal traditional BESS and then the virtual reality BESS before starting the actual collection trials. And then when they actually did the trials, they did it twice on both the virtual reality BESS and the traditional BESS, and they averaged the scores of the two trials of each one. And the results found that the virtual reality BESS provides a more effective way to do the BESS, and one reason for that is because it increased the results, and the other reason is that it's more financially smart because just doing it through like smartphones is a very inexpensive way to do it. And so I enjoyed figuring out more about virtual reality and that the functions that it has in the medical field and the advancements that they're taking in that. And I think it's very exciting to see where it can go in the future in the medical field and the help that it can make in people's lives. Thank you.